Brandon Tanev and your crazy pre-season pictures, you're headed to Winnipeg, along with Lucas Shen, who we did a video on Luke Shen. You know,
Ew.
Yeah.
Never call him Lucas Shen ever again.
Lucas Shen.
Lucas.
I've never heard anyone call him that.
Is that his name?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I hate
would
that a
think
lot.
so. Well,
I have a friend named Nate who's not really Nathaniel.
You're Steven. Like
I
you
am
were born
Steven.
Steve.
Yeah.
I am Steven.
And you're looking cleanly shaved. And I think that's really important. Steve, do you have balls?
You know, I sure do.
And Brandon Tanev does too. Both Tanev boys do. Man, those guys eat a lot of rubber. Manscaped.com/dangle. Okay? We got 20% off, free shipping internationally. So wherever you're watching this from, it is 20% off. The promo code is dangle. And the website is manscaped.com. Brandon Tanev, you, sir, are a Winnipeg Jet.
Again.
Yes. So this is where he kind of started,
He
is it not?
began his career. He played 4 seasons with the Jets before going to the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Undrafted.
Undrafted,
Signed
that's
out
right.
of Providence.
He is a great story. Like, he is actually like an awesome story of perseverance and that sort of thing. Apparently just an awesome guy. He even posted last night that he, a text exchange with some
Matty Beniers.
Matty Beniers posted a text exchange with him. He was held out of the game.
Too.
What's that?
Small town guy.
What, Tanev?
Yeah.
Where are they from?
Toronto.
He is a free agent this summer, and I believe the Seattle Kraken are retaining 50% on this one. But the Jets give up a second-round pick in 2027. Again, the Jets have 90 points. They are the best regular season team in the NHL right now, and they're spending. But what's interesting is what they're spending on. It's toughness, it's shot blocking, it's penalty killing. You get all of that with Brandon Tanev.
Yes, you do. The guy is pure adrenaline. He's exactly the kind of player you want in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Like, that's, to me, it's very simple. Beginning, middle, and playoff type player. Now, is he a playoff performer? Well, it's not going to show up in the counting stats. He's got 14 career points in 46 career Stanley Cup playoff games, but it's not about that. With him, he's going to be out there blocking shots. He's going to be killing penalties. He's going to be on the forecheck. He's going to be the embodiment of his player profile.
No one does the Clarkson eyeballs as well as Brandon Tanev. Clarkson used to have that too.
You know what?
That stare of death.
He must have grown up a Leafs fan, and I bet it's an homage to David Clarkson.
You think so?
Yeah. Now, are Jets fans okay with that?
Well, they have to be. They must be. They must be pumped about it. Laser eyes. Right? Jesse, what were you going to say?
With the deal, if I was Santa Claus and I was doing my wish list for the Winnipeg Jets, ideally, this forward that they acquired would have been a center.
Yes.
They are very strong on the wings already. You never know who's going to go down. I mentioned that before. Like, you always get injuries going to the playoffs. You need as many bodies as you can. So somebody's got to come out of the lineup on a really good winger team. And ideally, this would have been a forward. So I'm not in love with a center. Sorry. Yeah. So I'm not in love with the deal. I'm in love with the player. Brandon Tanev is going to help every NHL team because of the way he plays. But
this is a rental.
I wish Chevy went and got a centerman.
Okay. Well, maybe he still will.
Maybe he will.
So I'm looking like, does he replace Morgan Barron, or does Morgan Barron replace David Gustafsson? He shifts over to center, and then Tanev slots in there. It's just another option.
Barron's the guy who comes out of the lineup there.
It's a lot of money for like an option.
Yeah.
Kevin Cheveldayoff still has a first and a third available this year and a first and a third available next year, and all three top picks. Well, actually, no, that's not true. He did trade the second rounder in 2027.
It's just not up yet.
He's got a 1 and a third, a 1 and a third, and a 1 and a third the next 3 years. So there is draft capital move.
Send out that first. Like, get rid of it right now. Go get something. So now that you can completely remake the fourth line, if that's how it works out to when they make the lineups. You move Barron out, you put Tanev in there, you move Gustafsson out, you move new center in there, and then you have Iafallo playing on the right wing on the fourth line. Like that, this team is already so good, and they have the potential here to be so great. And I'm just hoping that they do it for the sake of Winnipeg Jets fans and for the sake of they have a really shaky goaltender. And they need the best lineup.
Shut up!
They need the best lineup in front of him as possible.
You can't accuse the Jets of not going for it. They've paid 2 seconds and a fourth for Luke Shen and Brandon Tanev.
Like, a little bit more. A little bit more. Put the cheese on top of the food. You know, garnish the spaghetti with some Parmesan.
Cheese is very important.
Yeah,
very important.
Get that center.
All right. Well, we'll pay attention to what the Winnipeg Jets do. The Kraken have sold a lot. Bjorkstrand, Gord, Tanev. You're almost wondering
for a lot.
Yeah, for a lot. I think this has been a pretty good deadline for them. Interesting to see what they do if they do anything else today. I would actually be surprised because, frankly, that's a lot to sell. Yeah. We'll see what happens when SDPN trade deadline continues.